Hello y'all, welcome back to the channel. Marquita here, and today I'm going to be giving you guys an update on period panties. Yes, so basically alternatives to feminine pads, they have become a very popular thing among people, among women, especially in the past few years, with a focus on wanting to be a little bit healthier, knowing that a lot of the traditional pads contained a lot of chemicals that we have now found out to be toxic or harmful or even just sometimes irritating to your lady parts. And so a lot of people have been looking for alternatives either to natural and organic pads or tampons, and also the period panties or the cup where you completely get rid of the pad altogether, and also just for a more eco-friendly um, version, because we all know with period panties you can rewash, reuse, rewear. So that makes them another good option for people as well, depending on what you're looking for or what your needs might be. So a while back, probably roughly a year ago, I took the dive into the period panty, or basically I will just say alternative to a menstrual pad journey. And the first two things I started with were the period panties from none other than Victoria's Secret. Victoria's Secret, if you're familiar with Victoria's Secret, you know they have Victoria's Secret, and then there's Victoria's Secret Pink, which is tends to be a little bit more towards like young adult and teen in terms of their style for clothing and such, and sometimes sizing. But they make period panties, meaning they being pink, and then you can also get period panties under the Victoria's Secret brand. Now, the ones that I have purchased were from the pink side, so I have the Victoria's Secret pink. They range in size from extra small to extra large. So I got the extra, let me see here. Can't even remember, because with these were the first ones I took a dive in, and so I got the extra larges, and they seem to work fine. One thing to keep in mind when it comes to doing period panties or things like that, you don't want to get them too big. Definitely not too big or too small, because you want them to be comfortable, and you also want them to be secure to your body so that you don't have any leakage and things like that. So it's important to make sure that you do get the proper size and fit for your body. Now, as we all know, certain brands can be limited in terms of sizing, especially if you're a plus size girly. I typically wear a 16-18 in pants, typically pretty solid 18, sometimes 16 depending on the brand or how stretchy it is. And then when it comes to panties, I never, because I used to wear like Victoria's Secret all the time. And even Gap and other things, they're typically in the like small, extra large, like that type of size versus a numerical size. I typically wear extra large or extra large in the panties. If it's like the pink style panties, I will get the extra large now because they have extended. Back in the day, I used to wear regular like larges and mediums, but anyway, that's a whole nother thing on Victoria's Secret and their size lines. But now I get extra large or extra large on the rare occasion that I even buy panties from them. But when it comes to Gap, I wear like an extra large, and pretty much anywhere else I'll just get like an extra large or extra large if I'm not sure. It's my first time purchasing. So that's the range. Again, size 18 in pants. And then when it comes to the period panties that I picked up from Victoria's Secret, I got a size extra large, which seemed to fit fine. I have not tried the extra large, so I don't know if it will be too big or if it's going to be much of a difference in the size, because I've found that there's not too much more of a difference there. I got two different types. They do make them in thong. They make them in like a brief, not a brief, but thong, and then like bikini, and then they have like the shorty kind of boy short um, look. They are really stretchy and really comfortable in my opinion. So I got two styles. I didn't get the thong. The thong, and they tell you on the back, so if you're not sure, or if you're looking at it online, it describes like what the equivalent of like a pad or tampon is in terms of how much it will hold. So you can get an idea from that. Of course, the thong is like for a light day, so a day that you would typically be wearing like a panty liner. That would be the day that you would wear like the thong period panty. And then also if maybe you want to wear it as a secondary cautionary piece. If you're wearing a tampon and you just want to make sure that you have like something just in case, you could also wear like the thong on those days. But for my regular flow days, I rotate between the bikini here, and they come in colors and patterns just like the regular panties. So this is the extra large in, look here, this is the extra large in the brief. I'm sorry, the hipster. This is the hipster. They do have a bikini as well, but this is the hipster. And you can see the black lining. It's basically like having a sewn in or built in pad. And the great thing about these is they are hand washable. So I guess you can say the great thing and also negative. So when you are wearing them, you do have to change them just like you would change your pad. So like when you go to the bathroom, you would want to switch out to a new pair of panties. You can typically see like the blood in the panty in terms of like you can see the spot, like it'll be darker, so you'll know like, oh, that's where the blood is or whatnot. These are also machine washable, so you wash them on a gentle cycle. So they are machine washable, but you can also hand wash. So what I typically do is when I go to change them out, then I will go to the bathroom and then I will rinse the blood out like at the time that I'm changing them. And then I also put them in the laundry when I do like laundry and wash them. So you can do that. Some period panties you're not able to machine wash, they're only hand wash. So that's one thing I do like about the Victoria's Secret ones is that they are hand washable, and I use like the Lifestyle laundry sanitizer because I want to just make sure, you know, it's everything's nice and clean and fresh. And so far I haven't had any issues. And like I said, I started with Victoria's Secret, and these I've been using for roughly a year because I got them like either after like around between Black Friday and after Christmas. So these I've been using for roughly a year, and I would recommend them. These are the boxer briefs. So you see this one has like a little design on them. The sizing, of course, not sizing, but these like the boxer briefs, they are they hold the most. So I usually wear these when I'm sleeping. So I'll put these on at night. Or because I do work from home, sometimes if I'm going to be sitting at my desk for a long period of time and I'm just, you know, chilling around the house, then I'll just put these on in a t-shirt because they do kind of fit like bike shorts. So they are a good length. They're not like underwear. So like you could wear these and then put on like a t-shirt or something and sit around the house in them. So again, these are the like boxer shorts, and again they're really comfortable, and these are also a size extra large, and they are officially called, just in case you're looking at them or looking for them on the site, on the Victoria's Secret website. Did I miss it? The boy short. So this is the boy short boxer here, and this is again for the heaviest. So this will be like your overnight, or again if you're sitting around the house, so you might be, you know, sitting somewhere long term. This holds the most amount before you need to change it. And it doesn't feel like you're sitting in a diaper or soggy diaper or anything like that. If you've ever wondered, like, what do they feel like? I wore pads prior to. I didn't do tampons. So with that, to me, it's just very comfortable because it's like you're wearing nothing. It's just like wearing regular underwear, but you do have that pad inside and it's, you know, collecting the blood. So those are great. So that's the Victoria's Secret brand. So other than Victoria's Secret, I decided to go ahead and branch out to try another brand that also may be highly accessible to most people. And this is actually available at Target. Now you can clearly buy them other places than Target, including their website. But Thinx is another popular brand here. And this is the Thinx for All. I don't think I talked about this one in my initial period panty video, but Thinx for All is available at Target. It's about $21.99, and I'm sorry I forgot to mention the price for the Victoria's Secret ones runs about $19.99, $20 or so, but I got all mine on sale, so I only paid like $9.99 for all the ones on the, mostly I got boy shorts, so I mostly paid like $9.99, and I think the hipsters were like $7 or $8.99, so like the smaller ones were a little bit, couple dollars cheaper, but yeah, I got them all after clearance. I mean after, on clearance, like after Christmas or after Black Friday time. So I just racked up enough to give them a try, have a good collection, and then I'll probably, you know, check them out again. So if you've been thinking about them, I'd say wait until like maybe Black Friday, or just keep checking the website because they do have like random sales. But back to the Thinks for All. And now I do find it interesting that they're calling themselves Thinks for All, because they only go from size extra small to extra large, which is not a huge range when it comes to, women and sizing. Now, again, I wear typically an 18, so I got the extra large. They do have the measurements on the back, which is nice, so that you can kind of figure out, like, maybe if you know your measurements, you'll know, like, will this fit you? It gives the hip and waist measurement in inches. So, like, for me, the extra large is a 45 to 47 inch hip, and then for waist, it is 35 to 37 inches. So that's about right. A large is a 32 to 34 inches. So if you're kind of in between, you can figure it out. So like if you wore 16, a large should probably work for you. But with the extra large, that should probably be like an 18, 20. So I would say if you're bigger than a 20 in women's pants, these probably won't work for you, because just based on the measurements here, unless, depending on your shape or whatever, if maybe you just have big thighs but your waist and your hips aren't as large, you may still be able to work with the extra large. So it's always worth a try. But these come in black. I don't think I've seen them in any other colors. I have seen them in the this is the underwear. Let me see, this is like the brief, and you get one pair in a box, but I think they do have like a bikini or something else. They do have like a slimmer version, so there are a couple of different options here, but in Target. So I've only seen black though for all of them. And it tells you here they're super absorbent, so you can see the levels similar to your pads, where it tells you like how much. So these would be like your maximum absorption, which I like, even when it's not heavy, like a super heavy. Other than like my light days, I typically will wear them. This is what they look like. Damn. So they're all black, and then they also have a black lining pad here, but it's really, really soft. Like even rubbing across it, that's really, really soft. And so is the panty. So again, very comfortable. It has some stretch in it as well, as you guys can see. Now, typically, I will say when I'm wearing these, I'm not wearing them like regular underwear, like with a pair of pants on top of them. I wear them just when I'm around the house. Where I usually just throw on like a t-shirt or something, or maybe if I'm in pajamas or something, they have pants, but I don't wear them out typically unless it's like a light day. Then I might wear a pair like this just to run errands or something. Not saying that you can't, I just don't, so I can't speak on how they would work in that situation. They absorb as you flow, they wick moisture, they prevent leaks, and they control odor. So the same thing applies to the Victoria's Secret pink ones. They do control. I never had like issues with odor when it comes to, and they absorb fine. Same with these. Haven't had any leaks. And you see the little design here, let's show period panties. But the only issue that I see with, or not necessarily issue, but the only thing with any of them is that if you are not at home and you are like, maybe at an office setting or working, my only thing would be the fact that you have to rinse the panties. When you do go to the bathroom, just like you would change your pad, you would need to rinse the panties. And so I don't know how probable you would have access to that. Like, yes, they have sinks, but do you really want to be rinsing your period panties in like a public situation, public sink? Now, if you have your own bathroom in your office or something like that, then that might be a different story. But if you are talking about like just the traditional standard communal bathroom that people have to go in and out, you might not care. It might not be a big issue, but just thinking about like the sanitary issues and all of that, like that would be the only con I could say, that if you are wearing them outside of the home or during the day, that may be an issue. Now, if you don't want to rinse them and you're like, hey, I'm just going to stuff them in like maybe a little Ziploc bag or something until I get home, and then I'll work on, rinsing and washing, then that might work for you. You change it just like you would change your pad and keep it moving. So that's up to you. But for these, they are soft and come very soft. I would say these are softer and more plush than the Victoria's Secret pink ones, but super comfortable nonetheless. One pair of these is equivalent to 5 regular size tampons, or 2.5 regular pads, or 1.5 menstrual cups. So I like the fact that they give you pretty much all the other alternatives so you can measure like what's right for you, or kind of judge like, oh, when you might need to change it based on your cycle and what you may have been using prior to using the period panty. So these, I want to say, are like 21, 22 bucks as well in Target, but they do go on sale sometimes, and they do have like the cartwheels and coupons. So just keep an eye out if you feel like that might be a little pricey for you. I have 2 or 3 pairs, and also the other thing with period panties is if you have a flexible health spending account for your job, these items like period panties are FSA and HSA approved, so you can do that. That's what I buy mine with, and that's also what I buy my feminine items with. So just keep that in mind. Is so if you do have that and you want to use it to buy these to try them out, you definitely can. So that way it'll save you an out-of-pocket cost as well. Highly recommend that. So that's all about that one. I would also recommend it. So I'll put it up here. Thanks for all once again. The only con that I would say for this one is, again, the fact that the sizing might be slightly limited depending on what size you are, but up to probably a size 20, you should be okay with these. I will say with me being a very solid 18, they didn't fit, and maybe because I have like a lower belly, so if you don't have the belly, it might not be an issue, but I didn't feel like they fit as nicely in the waist as I would like them to fit. In terms of fitting where they need to fit in the feminine area, fine, but just on me and wearing them, I felt like they were kind of under my stomach, like it would slide down, but they are super soft and super comfortable, so I'd say they're still worth a try. But again, if you are pushing like maybe between like a 20 and a 22, and it may or may not work, again depending on where your area and your portions, just keeping it real. Now the last thing that I have, and this is not really a panty per se, and it's not a depend, even though that's what it looks like, and this is the Always period underwear for sleeping. It's made for overnight. So these are, they also come in sizes. This is the largest size I believe they have right now. And this is, they either do small, medium, or large, extra large. They are kind of like depends. They do have a lot of stretch in the top, in the waist. But I'm able to put them on and sleep in them. I only wear these for sleeping. Now I have seen in some groups online where some ladies have talked about that they wear these because they have such a heavy flow, especially after having kids and whatnot, that they wear these on the regular, and they're just like, ain't nobody trying to be cute, we get these. I like them. I found them to be pretty comfortable, other than the fact that I wish they would come up a little higher, and it could be maybe just I have a high butt. I don't think so, but maybe because that's where the issue is. It's like they just don't come up as high as I would like them on my waist, but other than that, they fit fine. But they do give 360 coverage, so it's really like a diaper in the sense of, when you see a baby diaper, it has the leakage protection from the front to the back, full thing, and that's how these are set up. And I'll go ahead and take one out just so you can see it. But I've never had any issues with these. And if you have a really heavy flow, these might be a great alternative as well, because with these, you just take them off and throw it away and just put on a new one, kind of like a pad. So that's these. And you can see it's really soft. That top part is this part feels really good against your skin. It's really soft, and then you have your padding on the inside, which is white. So from front to back, there's not really a front and back in terms of putting them on, but that's what they look like. So it's really up to you. But I like them. They, like I said, they're really comfortable. This part is super, super soft and stretchy, as you can see. And again, you just take them off and throw them away. So you have many options out there. These, again, I got these from Target. I've seen them. You can pretty much get them anywhere they sell feminine items as well. I've seen them. They do have the size option. So again, it can be slightly limiting size wise, but it says here that you should be able to get about 6 hours on your heaviest flow with these. And it says that also if you find yourself having any leaks, to go up a size. So maybe if you are someone you're not sure if you're on the higher end of the small medium, you might want to go up to this size, just because it may not be the right fit. But I've never experienced any leaks with them, so I will say for that they are good. These are supposed to accommodate a size 12 to 18 pant size, as it says on the box here. So like I said, I am 18, so I guess I'm sitting right at the end of their range. You get 7 in a box, and they are about $8 to $10 depending on where you get them. But again, they are really comfortable, and for me, my cycle is not very long, so, and not super heavy, so the requirement for wearing these, I usually would say 1 to 2 nights. So one box would last me like 2 or 3 months depending on. So that's not a bad price at all, because I pair them with the period panties. So I would go from these to like my boy short, as it starts to lighten up, and then I would go to the hipster. So that's kind of the way that I run with my cycles when it comes to the period panties. But again, I just want to share an update on them, because like I said before, I've had them, the Always and um, the Victoria's Secret I've been using for roughly a year, so I can definitely speak on how those go. I keep rebuying them, so obviously I like them. I would recommend them. Again, the limitations being size would be the biggest con that I would say I have for them, and then think about the cost of maybe 2 to 3 pairs of underwear, and depending on how frequently you plan to wear them, because like I said, because I work from home, I'm home most of the time, at least during the week. So no matter what, I'm home. And so I can wear them all the time, because all I have to do is I'm going to my bathroom in my house. If you're someone who's going outside of the house, you may not wear them when you're going to work or whatever. You may just wear them on the weekends or when you're home. And so your need, or the number in which you might need, might be smaller. You might use another alternative method when you are outside the home. Now, one thing you can wear when you're gone, because it is disposable and nothing you have to rinse out, are these. So if you do have a really heavy flow and you don't mind wearing these, they are pretty smooth, so I don't think they really would be too bulky or anything under like pants, especially if you're able to wear like jeans or something like that. I don't think that they would give you any kind of like bulk or look funny under your pants. So, you can wear those if you want something heavy, because you're just going to take it off and throw it away the same way you would have had. So that's an alternative to not having to have that dual situation of underwear and a pad or tampon. But that is something to think about when it comes to cost. But those are also the most affordable of the 3 that I shared here, because again, you can get a box for like $7 to $8. Do not forget that they are approved medical expenses for like health spending accounts. So if you have one of those, you can use that to purchase these items as well. So keep that in mind if you want to try them out. Let me know if you guys have tried any period panties, what brands you like, love, hate, would recommend or would not recommend. Drop them down in the comments below, and maybe I will look into trying some of those next year when my health spending re-ups, because I do like to look for those alternatives. And even when I do use pads, because I do still keep them around, I get the organic or with no chemicals and all that. So I get those types of pads. So maybe if you want to see a video on the different types of like clean or organic or whatever pads that I use, natural pads, whatever, let me know in the comments, and I'd be more than happy to share that as well, because I have used and currently use a few different brands from time to time, and I'd be more than happy to share that as well, because again, we're all about being healthy and keeping those feminine parts safe and non-irritated. Either way, thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.